Hello everybody, this is Iselian. I hope your cup of awesome has been drained because we are about to give you a complete refill. These games have been spectacular. This is game 3 of the best of 5 series from the Gigabyte Cup between Monchi and DIMAGA. Monchi has shown some absolute dominance in the last 2 games. I mean, in the first game, spoiler alert, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. Not if, but certainly Monchi has just... Well, if Monchi keeps up what he's been doing, then this is the end of the series. Which, you know, it may be, it may not be. But it is absolutely fantastic. Now, Monchi has been very powerful in that he's got the right unit compositions, he's got some good micro, he's got some great macro. Except right at the end of games, really, when he's just so focused on pressing his opponent and forcing a GG. Just my mic here, excuse me. And, ooh, those are some neat buttons. Turn it this way, turn it this way. Ah, that's neat. DIMAGA is a well-known zerg player. He's very good, and I really expect to see more out of him these coming games, or coming game. But Monchi just has been absolutely brutal. I mean, he's had powerful Colossus, he's had great immortal timing. He's never really let DIMAGA get secure in his macro, I think is the biggest thing. He always makes good, decisive attacks that are difficult to repel. He really does not let his opponent get to a position where he can be getting a macro up. We did see that in the beginning in game 1 of Monchi vs. Aristio, where he did a 3-gate blink push, or maybe it was a 5-gate. I can't quite remember. I'll get slapped for it in the comments. Wow, when he sees his opponent isn't even dropping an expansion yet, and he's already dropped his. But he had a powerful attack against Aristio back then. He has had some great plays against DIMAGA, Immortal, Colossus push, and yet DIMAGA not taking these 4 Zerglings right to the pylon. I'd love to really see that. They would take these 2 though, and this may get finished. So really just delaying it as long as he can. Now, DIMAGA does know where his opponent is. Some of you may be saying, well, wait a sec, he hasn't scouted this yet, or this. How does he know between those 2? For those not knowing, on this map, as my OSD is... Oh, that was great right there. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Okay, we're good. That was a great play, dropping the cannon right... or the pylon, I'm not sure what. Finishing the wall off is what it comes down to. Right as the Zerglings come up, willing to sacrifice his own pro, but this cannon just finishes well, really securing the defense. A great play. Just more stellar play by Monchi. DIMAGA, as I was saying, for those who don't know, on this map, on Shakuras Plateau, if you spawn on the right side, like on the top right side, your opponent is always on the left. They may be top left or bottom left, but they are never bottom right. Blizzard recognized that running this short length is really, really fast and opens up for cheese and really pulls away from the macro game, which is really almost the heart of StarCraft. So they decided to go ahead and rig the map spawning for this map, which has happened in this game and a few others, or in this map and a few others. MOG certainly is one of the maps, or one of the groups that will rig spawning points, especially for like Shattered Temple, to where really close spawns are not possible. And the reason for that is because really close spawns tend to lead to more cheese games. By cheese I mean very fast, very simple play that really doesn't get to show player skill. So moving through here, something I completely failed to mention, but certainly has not gone unnoticed, is that DIMAGA, in having his first expansion delayed until after monchi had his expansion up, decided to go ahead and, I'm going to have to double expand. He knows his opponent is going to be macroing pretty heavily. And certainly we've got 37 to 38 harvesters, so monchi's really been trying to keep up in the probe count. Is really just now, he'll pull some drones of this gas sometime soon, I hope. And we'll see both players go into a more macro-focused mode, or at least the beginning of the game. Hopefully we'll have a nice long game ahead of us. Really get to see some interesting play. That's what everybody hopes for. Everybody loves, when you watch a game, you don't watch a football game to say, wow, he ran forward really well for 4 quarters. No, when you're watching hockey, it's like, man, he just kind of shot it into the goal there. No, you want to see trick shots. You want to see show off of player skill and athletic capability, and certainly a ton of athletic capability coming down in StarCraft. I mean, how it's hard, man. Dropping 4 gateways. You see the probes do the work for that. That is some real hard stuff. So, nonetheless, we do want to see some good player skill coming out of these games. We've seen some great skill from monchi in the past. I'm really looking forward to his play coming up in this game, and maybe in the near future. He could have some stellar play if he really get picked up by a larger team, got some really proper training, and probably push top 20 EUGM, really start competing in like the IEMs, maybe get into the open pool at DreamHack, show himself off there. We will have to see. Hallucination coming out yet again. monchi just loves this hallucination, and honestly, I can't say I'm against it. The speed has finished for these zerglings, so they are going to zoom around, whee, try to pick off this early little pylon, though it could just be canceled. He's trying to scout, get what information he can. A couple of force fields going in, unfortunately coming in just too late to where he's going to lock off his own units, and I don't think he should have burned the force fields there. Or I really don't. He's save the energy for your sentries. I mean, hallucination is just about to finish. Save the energy, burn it on better things. Hallucination, I believe, is a solid, yes, 100 energy for everything. So if you want to hallucinate a probe, 100 energy. You want to hallucinate a Colossus, 100 energy. Kind of reminds me of Rain Man. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie. Dustin Hoffman is a guy that doesn't really, he's great at math, but he doesn't understand real-world concepts. There's more to the story, but just for the sake of example. And it's always, hey Raymond, how much does a candy bar cost? About $100. How much does a new car cost? About $100. So similar feeling there sometimes with the whole play here. Great scouting Phoenix, just going to cost energy, nothing else. Fly through, see everything he can see. Big push coming here, though. This is a lot of zerglings, a lot of roaches. We've got 14 roaches and 42 zerglings on the field. 4th base is going down for DIMAGA. Always smart to attack behind an expansion. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are 2 immortals out, and there are a number of sentries, and this is looking a whole lot like Game 1, and we all know how that ended because we're not watching them out of order, are we, folks? No, we are certainly not. 18 more zerglings and 7 more roaches are on the field. I'm sorry, the 18 are still being produced. And an Evo chamber is going down. Melee now is being researched, as well as glial for his roaches. Make sure that they can move all the faster. Glial reconstitution. I suppose they could just call it move faster upgrade. Now Hydralistin is going down, and this is a little bit different for DIMAGA. He is on 4 base now. And he is rallying for what looks like a 2-pronged attack, even though, oh, monchi. Monchi's so good with Hallucination Scout. Just seeing everything that's going on. He does have his 3rd base up, and he does have gas absolutely everywhere, so he's fully saturated, except in his main. I'm guilty of this especially, is like you transfer a whole ton of probes and then you don't resaturate. Just waiting for a crucial engagement. I think DIMAGA will be waiting for his level 2 Carapace and level 1 melee to finish as he continues to produce 18 zerglings. Man is just crazy in the army tab. 168 to 130. 76 Zerglings on the field. Observer is out following one of the groups. Phoenix hallucinated. Now here comes the attack from both ends. Force fields are going to pretty much beat down this choke. Although a good roach bust is going to wear down to these cannons and working from the side. We do have Zerglings trying to work their way around the back of the mineral line here, which is great. Roaches are slipping through, and it doesn't look like Monchi's going to have the numbers to hold this off. DIMAGA is pushing through very, very well. Having to warp in Zealots into the mineral line, just deal with a few Zerglings there as he continues to push through. These Immortals do have 10 and 5 kills, as well as one by Kira's 8, so they're doing great damage, ripping apart of these roaches, but still so much DPS coming in from the sheer force of the swarm for DIMAGA. Absolutely fantastic play by both players, but it looks like DIMAGA is going to have to retreat here at the end. Just too many reinforcements. Look at this photon cannon, has 6 kills. These roaches taking out all they can, doing some sort of damage, anything. But here come the Hydros to help funnel in. They have very, very high DPS. Blink has finished. So we're going to see some stellar micro coming in. See if we can catch down Monchi's APM spiking up. But just a lot of damage coming in. This pylon needs to be taken out. It could unpower, I think, 2 warp gates. Or he could just take out the warp gate. There he goes, focusing it down. No, he actually doesn't unpower any warp gates. I could just be an idiot, not reading the power play at all. We do have 2 Archons have warped in, plus 1 has finished for Monchi, but DIMAGA just putting on the pressure. This is great. Overlord coming in and dropping creep to really help the speed of the units coming in. Even more Zerglings coming in here. They'll die pretty quickly and readily to the Archons with the splash damage. The Archons getting caught behind, need to blink back these Stalkers. You research blink, you need to use it, but not enough. Monchi just saying, good game, well played, and DIMAGA is in this series on the scoreboard. An astounding play, getting the first 3 bases to go up 1 on his opponent, a 4th behind an attack, and then using that 4th to help pay for the funneling army that absolutely crushed his opponent. Oh, that is like the 5th time I have almost sneezed during this cast. I swear my nose does not want me to cast, but my brain and my heart just love StarCraft so much, I can't help it. So I'm going to continue right on to the next game, sneezes or no. And I will see you in Game 4 of this great Best of 5 series.